Wholesaling real estate is the perfect way to make an active income and build a real estate investing business in Idaho. This process involves finding discounted properties, getting them under contract, and then selling those contract rights to an end buyer at a higher price. In today's video, I'm going to cover how to wholesale real estate step by step in Idaho by going into the strategies we've used to successfully wholesale real estate over the last decade. And be sure to download our state-by-state guide on how to wholesale real estate. I'll put it in the description down below. So first off, what is wholesaling real estate? Wholesaling real estate is a strategy where an investor, meaning you secure the rights to purchase a property and then sell those rights to another buyer for a profit. And the most common method used to sell the contract rights is called the assignment of contract. And here's an example of how wholesaling works. Let's say you find a property that is distressed and needs fixing up, and you're able to offer a purchase price and get under contract at $200,000. Now, instead of going all the way through and just buying this property outright, all you do is you simply get it under contract at $200,000, and then you sell the contract to that end buyer for $210,000. Now, what you make is the difference between the $200,000 price where you have it under contract at and the $210,000 price where your end buyer is buying it at. So in this case, there's a $10,000 difference, and you earn that as your wholesale profit. And this was all without having to actually buy the property yourself. You just had to get the property under contract initially. So at a high level, this is how wholesaling works in Idaho, but now let's dive into each step. So step number one for wholesaling in Idaho is picking your real estate market. And what I recommend to get started is to actually start where you're located in Idaho. So what I mean by that is if you're in Boise, or if you're in Meridian or Idaho Falls, then start in the city and county you're already living in. And we recommend this because you're already local to the area, which makes it easier because you can drive to properties, you can view them, you can inspect them when you need to. And you can also meet with real estate agents face to face who are listing and selling great properties that you can wholesale in the area. And you can build relationships easier and rapport. And this is important because people work with who they trust and like. Now, additionally, when you start in your own local market, you already know more than you think you know. So for example, you probably know the good areas of the city. You know where the new developments are going on, where the growth is happening, and you know where there's a lot of homeless and where there's a lot of crime, right? Probably areas you want to stay away from. Now, all this knowledge will give you an advantage against others who don't know this information, because all of these factors affect the desirability and the price for the properties that you're wholesaling. So this can affect your wholesale fees, how much money your business makes, and it can affect the end buyers, the fix and flippers we wholesale deals to, how much they sell their properties for. So very important that we understand this knowledge and you use this local knowledge to your advantage. So for step number one, we recommend picking your market, which is the city and county that you're currently located in. Now, step two is finding 3 to 5 quality and local cash buyers in your area that you can wholesale deals to. Now, cash buyers are real estate investors, typically fix and flippers, that are buying multiple deals per month, and they actually want to work with wholesalers. They want to pay you wholesale fees for the deals that you bring them. And so what we recommend is finding these cash buyers first so you can find out the exact deals that they want, what types of properties they like to buy, and then you can bring them those exact types of properties. So for example, some cash buyers may only want to buy in Idaho Falls, but if you're located in Boise, then we want to find cash buyers that are buying in Boise, Idaho, right? If you're there and you're finding deals there and you're located there, focus on Boise. Now, this is going to increase your likelihood of success because now you're bringing deals to cash buyers that only want those deals in that particular area, right? So the next question you probably have is, how do you find these cash buyers? So if you're located in Boise and you want to find cash buyers there, then go to Google and type in "sell my house fast Boise." This is our Google ninja trick in order to find cash buyers in minutes. Now, what will appear in the organic search results of Google are real estate investors who've invested into their website so that they can actually show up in the Google search results for that search term and other search terms you type in. And this is because these investors, these cash buyers, they want their website to be found by motivated sellers. They want motivated sellers to come to them through Google. So we pretend we're a motivated seller who's interested in selling our house by typing in "sell my house fast Boise." And what happens is we now find these actual cash buyers on the internet. And like I mentioned, this is not something that takes hours. This takes simply minutes, sometimes seconds, to find literal cash buyers that you can wholesale your deals to. And if you want my free guide on how to find more cash buyers and the best cash buyers that are stacked to pay you $10,000 plus per wholesale fee, just go to realestateskills.com/Google to get that guide. And I'll also put the link in the description down below. Now, this trick is just one of several ways to find cash buyers, so be sure to check out our YouTube channel if you want to learn even more ways. Now, step number 3 for wholesaling in Idaho is finding deals on the MLS. The MLS is the multiple listing service, which is the database of all motivated seller leads on the market in your area. And it is the most powerful tool, at least one of the most powerful tools for finding properties that you can wholesale. And here's a strategy that I love to use when it comes to finding great wholesale deals using the MLS. It's called our day 0 strategy. With this strategy, you find all the new listings that came on the market in the last 24 hours, and we find all those listings. So let's say there's 50, and we look through those for distressed listings only, properties that need some work, need some fixing up. Now, there might only be 5 or 10 in those 50, and we want to focus and give those ones our attention. Those are the ones that we're going to reach out to. And why we love this strategy is because these are brand new listed properties that need to go all cash to investors. So why not you, right? These are the perfect opportunities to wholesale. And if you can be one of the first people, hopefully the first person to contact the agent in charge of that deal and give them an offer that they like, then there can be a very high likelihood that you get this property under contract and then wholesale it. So throughout the years, we have done dozens and dozens of deals, and so have our clients, simply because we use the day 0 strategy. We were one of the first people to call the real estate agent. We gave them an offer that they liked. We got under a contract, and then we're able to wholesale or flip that house. So this is a very powerful strategy. And if you want to learn even more, I have a free training on how to get the most out of the MLS when it comes to wholesaling, flipping, and investing into cash flowing rentals. If you want to check it out, just go to realestateskills.com/watch, and I'll put that in the description down below as well. Now, step number 4 for wholesaling real estate in Idaho is now calling and talking to real estate agents. So once you use the strategy to identify a property, now you want to call the actual real estate agent who's in charge of the deal. Now, the great thing about using the MLS is that usually the contact information of that agent is right there. So their phone number, their email, and it's very simple. It's very easy to give them a call. And on this call, what we want to do is make sure that the property is actually distressed, because that will qualify as a deal that we can wholesale. And also additionally, make sure that this property is going to go to a real estate investor that's going to go all cash, meaning an all cash purchase. Now, keep in mind, we only want to find properties that are in a distressed condition, that need fixing up and renovating, and where the seller is in a distressed situation. Now, sometimes when we're looking at the listing of the property and the description of it, the agent's not going to flat out tell us that the seller's in this particular distressed situation. For example, they may not say they're going through a divorce, right, and they need to sell. They may not say there's a death in the family. So a lot of the times that distressed situation can come up in the phone conversation with the agent. So this is part of the reason why it's so important to give the agent a call, is to really understand the seller situation and what's their motivation to sell. It's very important information as a real estate investor and wholesaler to get that. And on this call, additionally, you're going to get other information like what type of renovation does this property need? And from there, you're going to be able to get an idea of the estimated cost of repairs. And are there any special features on this house that the neighbors do not have? You know, there could be a view, there could be a pool that this house has that affects the value in a positive way. There could be things that affect the value in a negative way that you might not have seen on one listing or from the photos. So this can be a great question to ask the agent and more information for you to make a better offer. Additionally, you can ask, what does the agent think that this house will sell for in its best possible condition? So we call the agent, we ask as many questions as we can about this deal to get as much information as possible. So on this call, we extract information, and through this initial phone call, we call it the discovery call, because we're discovering more and more about this particular deal and the seller's motivation. Now, once you get all that necessary information from speaking to the agent, from there, we can start to analyze the deal. So now we've found the distressed deal, we've called the real estate agent, we've understood it's going to an investor, the property's distressed, the seller's in a distressed situation. Now it's step 5, we're going to analyze this deal, and we're going to do this by determining a few numbers. The first important number is called the ARV. This stands for the after repair value, and this is the estimated future market value of the property after it's been renovated. The next most important number is the cost of repairs. This is pretty self-explanatory, but this is the estimated amount that it takes to repair this property to its best possible condition. Now, from there, we decide on our desired wholesale fee, which in a lot of cases, we like to put at least $10,000. We feel like this is a very fair amount for the work that we put into a deal and to assign those contract rights. And sometimes you can make a lot more, and sometimes you may make a bit less. And lastly, we're able to determine the purchase price. This is the actual offer price you'll be offering on the property and where you will be getting it under contract at. Now, a common formula used in order to find your maximum allowable offer, which is the maximum purchase price you can send to the agent and get it under contract at to then get your desired wholesale fee. How we calculate this offer price, this maximum allowable amount, is to first multiply your ARV by 70%. So for example, let's say your ARV was 500K. You multiply that by 70%, which you'd then be left with 350K. Then subtract the estimated repair cost. In this example, let's say it's 40K. Subtract that from 350. You now have 310K. Then subtract your desired wholesale fee, and let's say that's $10,000. Subtract that from 310, you now have $300,000. And what this amount is, this is your maximum allowable offer price. So now what this means is, if you get the property under contract at $300,000, you have a very high likelihood of being able to wholesale this house to a cash buyer and make your desired wholesale fee, which in this example was $10,000. Now, this is a simple rule of thumb, and in our experience, if you want to have more competitive offers, if you want to get more offers accepted, then we recommend even bumping up from 70% to 80% of the ARV, because this will allow you to have a higher offer price. It will allow you to have more competitive offers and get more deals under contract, which will then allow you to wholesale more houses. And in today's market, 80% of the ARV will still give you a very high likelihood to make your desired wholesale fee, whatever you plug in to this example. Now, what we love using for every single wholesale and flip deal, see, we don't use an MAO formula like that. We actually use our deal calculator. So we get every single number, every single cost, hard cost, soft cost, down to the T. This way, we can extract the biggest wholesale fees possible on each and every deal that we plug into our calculator. And if you want to give this calculator a spin, I'll give it to you for free. You can just download it at realestateskills.com/calculator, and I'll put that in the description as well. But what's important about this is now in Idaho, you can plug in all of your wholesale deals information into here, analyze all of your deals, and understand your exact profit and the offer prices that you need. All right, now we're on step 6, which is submitting offers and negotiating. And in this step, it's absolutely vital to send professional and quality offers, meaning you do not want to send an offer that has a 70-day closing time frame when the seller has told you that they want to close in 21 days or 14 days, right? That doesn't match, and we're not actually making an offer that's desirable to a seller. And furthermore, we need to use contract terms in the contract that real estate agents are familiar using with real estate investors. So for example, a clean professional offer will have minimal contingencies and a quicker closing time frame from an investor. So typically a 3 to 7 day inspection contingency and usually around a 14-day closing time frame. And this is a pretty quick closing time frame, but a lot of sellers need this closing time frame who are in a distressed situation that they quickly need to get out of. And it is case by case, but these are common terms that real estate investors will put in their contracts. So you definitely want terms that look like this. Now keep in mind, with most offers, an earnest money deposit is typically due. It's also known as an EMD. And this is a good faith deposit that you put down the property and is usually due within 72 hours of getting the property under contract. And these deposits can range anywhere from $500 to $10,000, and it really just depends on what's most common in your area and the price points of the properties that we're getting under contract. Now, in our experience, typically this deposit is refundable, but always be sure to check your contract. The contract is the law of the land. Now, many state-provided contracts for real estate agents when working on the MLS do make this refundable, but always be sure to read your contract. And if you want to check out our contracts that we use for wholesaling real estate across the US, you can go ahead and get those for free at realestateskills.com/contracts, and I'll put those down below in the description as well. Now, if you're a beginner to wholesaling real estate, one of the most important pro tips I can give you to wholesale real estate without any risk is to always include an inspection contingency in your contract. So for example, let's say you include a 7-day inspection contingency. What this does is it gives you 7 days to inspect the property and 7 days to back out of the property due to the inspection. And it's this backout clause, this inspection contingency, that will allow you to wholesale without any risk, because you can always back out due to the inspection. So very important pro tip there. And always aim for a 14-day close or sooner on your contract. This is standard and will make your offers usually more attractive when working with real estate agents. But keep in mind, if the seller needs 28 days to close, then change your closing date to the 28th day, right? Always be sure to be accommodating with your terms to the seller in order to have the most attractive offers possible. Now, in order to have your offers be more professional and credible too, always include a proof of funds on each and every offer that you sent. This is the proper documentation that says you have access to the funds needed in order to purchase the property. Now, there are many ways to get these from yourself or hard money lenders or private money lenders, but you need this proof of funds in order to be taken seriously and get your offers accepted. And if you want to download my free guide on how to get a proof of funds instantly and for free, just go to realestateskills.com/proof and I'll walk you through 2 different ways to get it. And I'll put that link in the description down below. Now it's time for step 7. This is our favorite step, which is closing the deal and collecting your check. This is the final stage where you're going to assign your contract rights to the end buyer, and that end buyer is going to officially close on the deal by paying the seller for the property. And you are going to assign the contract by letting the title and escrow companies know the assignment terms by sending them your assignment contract. This contract will outline your wholesale fee for the transfer of the property rights and is signed by all parties involved in order to solidify the assignment. And once again, if you want to download an example assignment contract, I'll put that in the description down below. And now once the deal is officially closed, you will either be wired the wholesale fee to your bank account or get cut a check from the title and escrow company. So in this case, this was a $10,000 wholesale fee, and that would be hitting your bank. So congratulations, that's exactly step-by-step on how to wholesale real estate successfully in Idaho. Now all that's left is taking action. And if there's one thing I've learned from over 12 years of doing this and coaching thousands of people to do this successfully, if you want to get started, I want you to know that there's still an abundance of opportunity out there. Doesn't matter if it's an up market or down market, there are always real estate deals to be had. And anyone, I mean anyone, including you if you have a full-time job or if you're working multiple jobs, you can tap into this part-time and start building a real estate investing business from scratch if that's something you'd like to do. And now I've actually created a free training that walks you through our MLS acquisition process. And if you want to check that out, just go to realestateskills.com/watch and put your email in, and I'll give you instant access. And in this training, I'm going to cover number 1, the best place to find and flip wholesale deals. Number 2, how to get deals on demand 24/7, 365 with predictability from the multiple listing service. And 3, how to close deals with buyers who are ecstatic to work with you and pay you large wholesale fees. I'm talking $10,000 plus. Now, there's no obligation or risk to you watching the training, obviously, and chances are you're going to walk away from it with a ton of great ideas on how to get started or improve your current real estate investing business, just like the wholesalers and real estate investors in our community that are using the same methods to get deals around the clock and across the nation. So I hope to see you there. This is Alex Martinez with realestateskills.com. Happy wholesaling, and I'll see you in the next one.